This is like colder than the middle
This
of
is
our
great.
winter.
This is amazing.
Ugh.
Yeah, you start. You're better at intros.
Well, we are here to do the tour of WCR headquarters. If you guys haven't seen it, a lot's changed since we did it the last time. We're here for the day. We're going to do some recording, so let's go in and take a look.
All right. Oh, well, thank you, sir. Thank you. As always, this is where everybody works as far as the office goes. Last time we were here, gosh, there wasn't any of these pods that are over here. Well, there was a few, but not as many, nearly. But this is where all the office work is done. But let's get into the fun stuff of the warehouse and see all the growth from the last video.
And if you're watching, tell us the coolest thing you see in this entire video. We want to know in the notes. So in what we do, as you guys don't know, kind of on the back end, there is a lot of orders that come in through different avenues. So we have XeroProducts.com. We also have WindowCleaner.com. We also sell a little through Amazon, some other platforms. So everything comes through on this order hub, and it looks a little chaotic, but each printer is a different store. So when they come in and we look at things, all of the orders for the entire day come in all on different printers, so they know exactly where they come in, how they get shipped, and where they go from here.
So this is where all your orders come through and get printed out, get boxed, get shipped. I think, gosh, a few years ago when we did this video, there were maybe 2 to 3 stations. Now there's 11 stations. So the growth has been insane. I don't even think all the shelving was here in that video a long time ago. I mean, you think of, I did a video at the old warehouse and there was just about 4 aisles of equipment and that was it. And then an area where they manufactured the systems. And so now just to see this from old videos, I'll put in some clips from the old ones here. It's just pretty crazy as far as the growth.
And as we walk through the shipping part, think about this. So on a busy Monday, right now, capability wise, we could do 800 orders in one day on a busy Monday. That's over 1,000 boxes alone on top of everything else. So when you look at how much stuff is here, there's paper and boxes and foam machines and packaging and tape guns and machines. And I mean, we have to have all of that stuff just to put the orders in, which is pretty insane when you start thinking about the logistics of it all. It's nuts.
So right now it is 7:13 a.m. So everybody gets in here about 8:30. And so we're gonna show this later on this afternoon as far as how packed this gets. But it's super quiet in here, super empty. And we're here on a Monday, early April. Season is popping off hard.
It's gonna go crazy. So that's why we're recording now, is because we can actually walk through here. Right now, this week, we have 81 people working in the warehouse, which is absolutely insane when you think about that. But you have to have it when you're trying to put out this many orders, so necessary evil.
Let's get into products. We'll start going through some of the aisles here. I do want to show one thing because we get a lot of questions about this lately, is the resin bags. So DI resin for pure water systems now come in these vacuum sealed, what would you call this? Not a bag, but
it's like a, you know, like you buy coffee and something. I don't know. What is it?
It's super hard when you get it, but everyone always asks, if I open this up, is it all going to relax? Yes. Once air gets to it, it all relaxes, goes in the system fine. So each one of these is a 1/4 cubic foot. So if you get these, don't question it too bad.
And what's really nice is resin can't dry out. It's not water, it's a chemical impregnation. So the nice thing is if you get resin, you just leave this sealed up until you use it and it can't dry out because it's sealed. So it's really, really nice. And it's free. It doesn't change the price of it. It just makes it more convenient.
And when you get resin, it's always good to keep it sealed and fresh as far as we're not going to use it all. So that's another big question we get is, what do I do with the old resin? Seal that up like a potato chip bag, make sure that it's tight, and you're good to go. Here's a big one. So we're not seeing all the pallets of it, but recycled surgical towels. A lot of people lately have been freaking out about surgical towels the last 6 months. In the industry, surgical towels are slowly going away because hospitals have switched to paper. So now we have the premium ones back, and that's been a huge thing. And then on the other side here, we got pallet after pallet after pallet, so we can keep you guys covered. But stock up.
They
stock
are going
up
to go
as soon as you
away
can.
again.
Yeah. Not going to be here for long.
This is part of the process too. When you buy a pole from Xero or from WCR, it comes in a triangle box like this for protection, but we have to basically pre-stock things that we know are going to sell. So when we get poles in, we get tubes, sections, everything's put together, clamps are tightened, everything's fit, put into a box, and when you get it, it ships just like this. You have your brush inside the box with the hose, with the fittings, everything is all together, all at once, so that we know when an order comes in, they can grab it and go. Everything's about efficiency, so as soon as we can get an order in, it can get out the door, and that's kind of the goal. So that's when you're seeing everything already boxed up. This is probably what? Maybe a week's worth of poles, if that?
Yeah. And this is why too, if you ask like, oh, can I get a custom hose color or a custom brush with my pole? You can't, just because they're ready to go for efficiency of getting out the same exact day. So
that's one weird thing too, is like, as if it was just Chris here boxing things up or Alex putting stuff in a box and we're just sitting around waiting for orders, that's when you could do a lot more modification. But to a lot of this is kind of our hands are tied because there's, you know, so many orders that are coming in that things have to kind of be done that way, and that's why you don't see as much custom things. We can still do something. You talk to us if it's the right time of year and it's not too big, we may be able to do something, so it's never out of question.
So this is new since our last time being here.
Yeah.
The, how do you pronounce that?
Insupole.
Insupole. So basically what this is that this is made from all the way from section, I want to say 2 all the way down to 11 or 12, I think 11. And so what this is a fiberglass section to go over your water-fed pole to reduce conductivity. So if you're doing a lot of solar panels, this is a good idea. And it can go over the base section of any of the Xero poles. So if you have like a Xero Micro, you get a number 10, that would go over the base and just help that as far as safety. It's been a big thing. It's been coming up quite a bit in the industry. So that's new since the last time we were here.
Yep. And the nice thing with this is that you can retrofit this to any pole in the Xero line. So instead of having to go, okay, well, I want to be safe, but I don't want to have to buy a whole new pole. All you do is buy the base section. So say a Micro, the bottom section is what's considered a number 9. You can take your number 9 off and replace it with a 9, or you can add a 10 on, get a little bit more distance, and then everything you're holding is secure, or at least protected from electricity. Nothing is absolutely safe, but just another kind of step to that. And if you know anything about Jason Knight, John Knight, his dad, they were at the show. We'll be doing a podcast with them too, but he hit a power line and it was didn't end well. Fortunately, he's still alive, but there's a lot of issues that can happen with poles that, you know, when you get to working, sometimes you kind of forget. So, and that's also why you see this neon green, is that if your guys have this on the pole and your poles are black or any other color, you can tell if they're using this. If you drive by, you can tell if it's on there or if it's not. So if you're looking at safety, they're sold at basically cost. They're like $49 a section. It really makes a lot of sense. So.
And too, with the Xero trad poles now, they were coming with a red Acme tip, which was plastic, and now all of them come with the metal Acme tip and then a plastic Xero, was it the Xero plastic tip?
Yeah,
cone tip.
Cone tip.
Yeah, but this will hold tools a little bit better than a wood cone. So all this comes standard with all of the Xero poles. There'd be Xero J2, all of the 8-foot to 20-foot Xero trad poles. So that's a little exciting change up too.
What's nice about that cone tip is the wood ones. The downside is every now and then if the grain of the wood is different, it kind of like strips out.
Yeah.
The plastic ones tend to not do that as easy. So
a lot more durable.
The plastic ones have been around just as long as the wood ones though, but wood has always been the more popular one because it's the OG. In fact,
it's kind of weird that it is. Yeah. We still have some poles that will come with it.
It's still great because once that kind of starts getting worn, you just run it on a curb and you can kind of scuff it back up. So I like the wood cones, but I know why. They're kind of finicky sometimes.
Oh, what is this?
Part of the nice thing that we do too when we walk through the warehouse is because we're only here once or twice a year. There's so much stuff that we don't even know. We just walk through an aisle and be like, "Oh, what's this?" You know, and try to see what stuff is. So
I'm guessing this is the Unger trad poles here.
By the way, public service announcement: this is not open to the public. It's a warehouse, so you're not going to see much in here anyway. But they don't have the capabilities or the insurance to allow people to just come in here and shop. So if you need something, you can still pick it up, but make sure you talk to one of us first, and we'll put the order in before you pick it up.
One thing that we showed last videos, hey, how's it going? Is, man, last time we showed Xero brushes, but now looking at how many Xero brushes were, I think last time we showed it, there was like maybe maybe 40 on the shelves as far as that goes. Now there's hundreds. So for the Xero products, we have boar hair brushes, we have nylon brushes, hybrid brushes, reverse hybrid brushes. We have the new Xero Slide, which is a synthetic boar hair. So Xero line, a lot better price point too than other brands out there, but just showing this is like the growth of just over, last time we were here was June of 2024. Yeah. So huge difference as far as that goes.
One of the interesting things too in the brush type, whenever you get something, everything a lot of the times is already kind of boxed up, but you get everything in the brush pack. So no matter what brush you get, you're getting the fittings, the T-fittings, the hoses, everything's connected with your jets. If there's rinse bars, if there's bumpers, if there's whatever, everything is already packaged up too. So when you get a brush, any size, this is it. You get one box, everything's together. It's kind of nice.
One thing kind of excited, I'm not going to open up this too much, but the new Xero Light Nylon Brush. This has been new on the market. Can hook up to your regular 5/16 pole hose or 3/8, but super, super nice design. I'm not going to mess with it too much here.
Yeah.
Because it's all good for packaging.
Bubbled in.
Yeah, but I'll show some pictures of it here in the video too. But there's that new brush, so always coming up with new things as well. I was going to try to find a slide brush here.
As he looks for that, that new brush, by the way, is only, it's only available in nylon. It's going to come in a bunch of different composites eventually. Probably by summer we'll start to have that stuff. But what's really cool about it is that style of brush has been around since the 50s. The style is different, but it hasn't been in water-fed too terribly much. You can brush in any direction, up, down, left, right, swirls. It doesn't matter because the bristles never fold back over. You know, when you're looking at a normal brush, when you go up, the bristles are down. You have to wait for that bristle to come back before you go back down. With a light brush, you don't have to do that. It can be any kind of direction, which is really pretty cool.
So this is a slide brush, so synthetic boar hair. But what's really cool, it's on the brush block. It says Xero there. So I just had to show that little touch. It's so nice.
Touch.
Yeah, so nice. But that's the newest, I want to say, brush.
Are you a fan of that brush?
I personally have not used it.
Okay.
But I like the idea of it. Yeah. So it's supposed to be like boar hair, aggressive, but last as long as nylon.
Yeah. If you haven't had problems choosing because there was too many options, we're trying to get more options, so you'll be really confused eventually. So we'll just have to get there.
But we have tons. This whole wall. Slide brush, everything. Brush bumpers. Brush bumpers is new. Oh yeah.
Just, you know.
The America handle.
America.
America. Brush bumpers. So you're showing the nylon brush. So these will come with everything but the slide brush as far as going around the block. So that's new since the last time we were here.
It's kind of a good concept too. Like that it's not a thing. Why it hasn't been a thing just to soften this. It's not even the protection because a plastic brush doesn't do much, but it's that banging noise, you know, as you're cleaning and you're really kind of working.
Especially for commercial frames, especially doing offices. You get that complaint sometimes that it's too loud.
It's the little tricks, the little like innovations that pop up that are really pretty cool.
Always talk about hoses. We got our 3/8 rubber hose. Remember, do not use this from the customer spigot to the system. It will choke your system. So use regular garden hose. We even sell Flexzilla hose. That's your regular type of garden hose. So do that.
Yeah.
High flow hose, man, super popular. If you want more volume to your brush, definitely pick up high flow hose. We got all the connections and everything. If you want to change out your regular pole hose, that's a smaller one to that. It's a huge improvement.
Want to see the free gifts? This is a bin of free gifts. You know, this is one of them, one of many. By the way, if you haven't gotten it yet, any order that you place over $100, you can choose a free gift depending on the tier.
Yep.
Nobody's doing that.
Nobody. That's if you spend $500 or over, you can add one of those. So if you buy a water-fed pole, other than the M9, you could, on WCR, add that as the free gift.
Yeah.
Have something opposite of your brush for more aggressive scrub.
The Elite Duster.
Oh, fast lock connections. There's some new ones here. Oh, where's the GoPro one, Josh? Where is it? Oh, well, there is an Acme thread that you can do as a fast lock. So you can do that at the end of your water-fed pole. If you have some attachments that are not Euro. Oh.
Yeah.
Double rinse bar. Let's see. I was trying to find the Acme tip. And then we have blue Pure Water Power rinse bars. So if you're ordering the Pure Water Power brushes, hybrid, or boar hair or nylon, you can add those now in that cool blue color. But those are different sizes than the 12 and 18 inch for Xero brushes. Yep. So it's going to be in the 16 and 20, I think. Let's see, what else? I know we have new scrubber sleeves from Nice brand. Those will be down here. This is everyone's favorite aisles. This is the traditional aisles. This is what everyone knows is window cleaners, even though these days most get into pure water first.
What do you think the percentages of people that have pure water as window cleaners?
I would say nowadays, man, I feel like at least 80%.
Really? That high?
Yeah, because so many more people now are starting off with having a pure water system to be able to have that for like the answer of high windows. One, because of safety. I don't think there's as many people that love ladder work anymore these days.
Right.
So it's definitely something where it used to be start with traditional tools and then go from there, kind of learn that. But now it's more get pure water, learn that, and then learn traditional once the customer asks for inside.
Yeah, and it's easier to start. It's faster. It just costs more. That's the downside. But still, you know, under $3,000 you get into pure water. So if you haven't seen these, this is something that I think is like the simplest thing, but really pretty cool. This is just a rubber holder so that you don't have to worry about anything getting, you know, damaged or nicked or anything. You keep it in there, and then they're also protected against UV. So red, black, and yellow are the colors. So pretty cool.
Nice scrubber sleeves. This is new from Nice brand. Got this awesome green color. What's really cool is there's not many companies that make the 6-inch sleeve. So you can get a 6-inch sleeve in green, or you can get it here in blue. But I mean, there's Pulex makes a 6-inch, Sobro makes a 6-inch. I think that's the only other two brands that do. But you have options, I think, all the way up to 30-inch. If you want a 30-inch scrubber for large commercial glass, now you have it.
They're really cheap, but really, really good. If you haven't tried one yet, it's like a really kind of a thinner fiber, but really pretty cool, worth trying. So,
any other new stuff in this area?
Have people seen the roll of steel wool?
Roll of steel wool.
This is actually kind of interesting. If you didn't know, you can buy a roll of steel wool. It's a 5-pound roll, and it's just like the pillows. You can rip off sections of it, and it's actually pretty nice to have. So if you do a lot of wool, this is kind of nice. The only downside is make sure that it stays dry, because if that rusts, you're stuck. By the way, if you're watching, comment if you use the old school brass. This is like found in every janitor's closet ever. I'm not a fan of using this. I'd rather do the plastic handles, but apparently people think plastic handles are junk. I don't get it.
Head array rubber, most durable, the most popular rubber by far. Every time you get an Ed Ray rubber, if you've never known, if you buy a 12-pack, you get in this nice little plastic case.
They seem to switch. They go back and forth from like remember there's like a piece of cardboard with a plastic, and then they go back to this style, and then they kind of go back.
Really? I always feel like you get, so if you get the larger sizes,
gross,
or grosses, or if you get, a 36-inch 12-pack, they'll come in a box like this. Yeah. But these are nice to have for storage for like a while, you know. You don't want to keep a bunch of rubbers in your truck, especially in your toolbox, but as you need to restock them over time, you can put them in there.
Yeah. I usually don't have a bunch of rubbers anyway because I'm married, but.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Fish scale towels. There's a lot new colors of fish scale towels, and I just broke something, but we're good. I haven't got to play with these. Make sure my drink doesn't fall over. But so everyone is used to the red fish scale. These have been around for 6 years or so, or 7 years. And now there is this fancy green color. Green is like the color that everyone loves. Yep. Everyone wears green now. Yep. And then we have black with the red stitching there. That's your company colors.
By the way, the large fish scale is actually also one of the free gifts.
Yeah.
So, just in case you are looking.
Can't you choose a mini too?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, mini. Oh wait, is this the mini?
That's the mini.
These seem bigger than what they used to. So this is, show the XL and show the mini. So it depends what you like. It's all personal preference, but if you want a big towel kind of like the Scrim, you can get the XL size. That's what I prefer, because then you can put it over your shoulder and dry out during the day as you're cleaning.
I don't know if any of you have heard of steveO or watched his videos, but he still likes bath towels.
Bath towels.
Which is like the old school, like giant sill, you know. Towel weighs like 60 pounds because it's full of water. Yeah. I want to do chems. I never like go talk about chemicals, but there's a lot of different liquids from like soaps. I don't know.
Yeah.
Soap wars, if you have 5 buckets lined up with different soaps and you couldn't smell them, I don't know that you'd be able to tell a lot of them.
From last time we were here, we talked a little bit about Orange Crush. Orange Crush is taken over.
Yes, it is now the best-selling soap we have.
Yep. So like pretty much, 1 is price point, but 2 is that it is an amazing soap. I don't even get how they sell it at the price they do, but this bottle currently,
it's like $7.
it's like $7.
Yeah.
And it's very, very concentrated, so you don't need a lot. So this will go very far for you in your bucket. But like if you're even starting as a new window cleaner, I always used to say, start with Dawn. It's a really great solution to begin with, but I would seriously just start with this now because it's made for window cleaning and it's super sudsy, easy glide. I mean, it's fantastic and really, really good scent too.
Yeah. Is this your favorite right now?
I think it is my favorite.
Yeah.
I think they've just done a terrific job with it. And now having the 5-liter bottle, I don't know if we have any here right now, but the 5-liter, oh, it's up here, I think, but is equal to 1.3 gallons for $55.
Yeah.
There's no other soap that you can buy at that good of a price point. So, and you get that to refill. Get this little fancy nozzle there.
Here's the concept is that this is not going to be your day-to-day. You're still using this, but you're filling the bottle with the big jug. So it kind of works together. But it's really nice.
This is new, brand new.
Yeah.
I have not tried it. The window Mauler. Almost expect a more aggressive logo for Mauler to be in the name, but like it.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're all stocked up on HD Brightenol, hot stain remover, oil flow. If you have cement and you need a solvent for that, we have cement off. Cement.
It's like root.
Hey now.
Cement.
Don't make fun of the way I say things. If you want to be really fancy, get some high sheen. With a little microfiber. Hey, why not? Why not? Or if you want to go just traditional old school, we do always have Dawn.
Yeah. What's your favorite hard water remover?
So, you know, it's one of those things where different areas, certain things work better.
Yeah, yeah.
I really like Diamond Magic, but then I have some people who love BioClean. And then I have some people who love Unger Rub Out. But I would definitely say for my area, Diamond Magic has always been my go-to. I would rarely use an acid wash of any sort of One Restore or CC550. I've done it.
Yeah.
But man, I've absolutely destroyed frames with CC550.
Yeah.
So
I don't touch CC550 because it's just like too harsh, I think. But One Restore, if it's outside, I'm always going to One Restore. If it's inside, then I'll go to Diamond Magic. Yeah. That's like my recommendations anyway.
Filters real quickly. Random, but if you're into pure water systems, sometimes you will get filters that have a little bit different color. So we were selling these carbon filters for a long time, and they had, instead of this black color, it was all white, but now it's going to be black color. Still does all the same thing. Don't worry about it, but I just like to show that because I get a lot of questions about it. What are these? Are chloramine filters. Used to have a yellow cap, sometimes they'll have a blue cap. It doesn't matter. What chloramine filters have is catalytic carbon to remove that chloramine, so that's the main thing of buying a chloramine filter. We find that a lot more, that's in the water a lot more in different areas, so it's good to have it for extra protection.
What's also interesting that I think people sometimes don't know is that a Xero filter and a Tucker filter and a PWP filter and it's the exact same.
Yes.
There's no label on here because no matter how you buy it, it's the same price and they all work in the same system. So
some brands sell this exact filter for $26. I think we sell this for 11.
Yeah.
So this is a carbon filter and then a separate sediment filter, so a little bit different, but if you ever just want that, that's going to work in the same way that all these work.
Yeah, I was gonna say it does the exact same thing as that one.
But some people have a huge personal preference on these,
Yep.
so it's nice to know the options.
Yeah. This used to be the king of the brushes too, and as you can see, the boxes are a little
it's just
dusty now. It's really changed kind of, and still a great brush, but there's just a lot better options right now currently. So it's kind of the other thing about innovation. You always have something new, something different, something to try. It's pretty interesting.
If you like the popular Technopad, I wish I had the whole thing with the handle here, but if you ever break your back plate, this is such a random part to show without the handle, but you can buy new back plates for them. So if you bust them and it falls from a far ledge on an apartment building, you know, get a replacement.
There you go.
Yep.
Of all things to show too.
I know.
Hey, remember that one video that we saw, the replacement backplate?
Oh, let's see here. We have all the Unger parts, angle adapters for their poles. Gosh, you feel like when you look at aluminum poles nowadays, I mean, do they sell as much?
I know it's a price thing, but I would never recommend an aluminum pole over carbon ever. There's zero benefit. Like, yeah, you pay a little bit less, but man.
So yeah, because we always get that, hey, can I get a cheap extension pole? Now, cheap extension pole is super cheap as in price and is also going to be cheap in the field.
Yeah.
So if you get a carbon fiber pole, not to like oversell a zero carbon fiber trad pole, but you also get the lifetime warranty with the sections and clamps. An aluminum pole, you're going to be replacing every single year, or you're replacing the collars or the stones. So it's nice to do a carbon fiber pole too, because if you're getting into water fed, they can all later on be used as water fed. So even like a 12-foot trad, you could eventually have it be as a 20-foot water fed pole, convert that back into a trad pole. I mean, so there's a lot more versatility with the carbon fiber poles from Xero line. That's not all brands. So if you're just looking at like any carbon pole on the website, not all things are going to fit. Like our trad adapters are not going to fit with the Tucker pole very well. So something to consider there, that the Xero line really is like the most versatile. Don't call us bias, but it's just, is what it is. It's been made for window cleaners in mind, not just to sell it.
Right. And I've had times where we've gotten our new batch of poles. We used to buy them in the box, you know, and first job out, somebody cleaning gutters, they would push too hard and bend it and they couldn't collapse it back down. I was like, well, that's garbage. You can't do that in carbon fiber at all. It always goes back.
Or a new employee just puts too much pressure, bends it right in there.
You can't, it doesn't go back. You're done. You're done. Do you want to go down ladders?
Huh? Well, real quickly, swag.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is everybody's favorite.
Yeah. Swag, swag, swag. So we have tons of Xero swag, tons of WCR swag. We have bandanas for dogs. If you got a dog and you need a bandana, let us know. If you're placing a huge order with like a rep, Jersey and I are both reps, so you can always hit us up for ordering. We're always on phones, we're always on chat, we're always around. Unless we're here, it's the only time we're like not available.
Xero socks. These are such a hit for, there's a lot of this stuff that it's like, man, I don't know how great that, oh yeah, that'll do good.
2025 calendar.
Are you standing behind the camera in that picture like
I'm
I am?
talking to people, in the back, working while everyone else is having fun in this
I remember
photo.
seeing this because there was a table in front and I remember like, oh look, they're taking a picture. I didn't know it was going to be
the main
I'm not in
picture.
any of the pictures. I'm always in the background.
Josh, you're a part of so much. It's just no one knows. Here is the Sorbo book. Let's see here. What is this? I should be dead. Instead, they call me the Godfather. So, Sorbo is the godfather of the wide body squeegee. He wrote this fantastic book. But if you don't know Sorbo brand, it is a legendary brand in the window cleaning market. As far as being the first wide body, he created a lot of different innovative stuff for squeegees.
And I'm in that book. He mentions me. Just
oh, really? Wow. What
I
page?
Want to put it out there.
What page? What paragraph? I'm sure you know exactly where it's at. But yeah, if you place an order with us, good size order, and you want some swag, let us know. We can throw in a shirt for you, or maybe a coffee mug if we got them.
Here's the thing: if you hate your employees and you want them to look funny, these are the ugliest shoes in all of history. They actually go over your shoes, but they do work. These are Just very, very safe to protect against electricity, but they are the ugliest things I've seen in a very long time.
But we also have the professional ones as pro shoe covers for inside homes.
But that doesn't protect against the electric.
That's true. That is very true. Winter gloves. Winter's almost over, but
thank goodness.
Got, you know, Youngstown brand. Got that there. Those are the throwaway booties. Bucket on the belts. Bucket on the belts. We gotta look at bucket on the belts. Everybody loves Boabs.
Who's buying round buckets?
Who's buying them?
Yeah, if you're watching this, comment
Gutter
if you've
cleaning?
ever would prefer a round bucket or a rectangle bucket, because I don't, unless you're high rise, I don't.
For gutter cleaning, these are great.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, we don't see these move too much. The preferred one, if you've never watched one of these videos, or you're just starting with window cleaning, 6-gallon rectangular buckets are definitely the go-to. You have Edaray brand, usually when you see yellow. You have Unger brand, that's my favorite because it has the largest opening at the top. You have the Mormon bucket, and then pretty much the rest you're gonna see here is all Pulex buckets. Pulex bucket sets are typically the best price as far as with the lid. They'll have these for holding your squeegees or your washer sleeves. No one uses them, but they're always included.
And if we do like support calls, we get calls all the time. That one comes up at least once a month where they're like, how about this bucket? What are these things? It's like,
They're hooks.
they're clips.
Hooks.
You put them in the bucket.
Clips. Yep.
Oh.
Clips. But yeah, you have tons of different color options. So if you have 6 employees, you want them each to have their own color bucket, you can do that with these.
Yeah.
But yeah, we gotta show bucket on the belts always. So once again, brand new to window cleaning, you're like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna hold my squeegees and my washer sleeves? So this is the Unger Ninja bucket on a belt. This has been around for quite a while now.
That was the original bucket on a belt from what somebody was saying, or at least from Unger, I guess.
They even put this little protective little eye-shaped thing in there to protect your rubber. But these are really good if you are getting into, you have like the Unger Ninja squeegee, it's gonna fit that really well, and every other brand. But I mean, you have tons of options. You have the Tool Holder 2.0 from Mormon. Let's see here.
All the color samurais.
Yep.
Gotta have samurais.
You got Safety Cone Orange and the Samurai. So what's cool about this is it keeps your mop away from your body and the squeegees closer, so you kind of have a drier leg when using these. Same thing with a lot of different brands. A lot of them move to that since Richie kind of designed the...
That clip on there too, I really do like. Because without having this giant like dongle thing, these ones have this like little clip and it sits so close to your hip that like that plugs in and you're that close. You know, I do really like that. I think that more companies should do that on their stuff.
Most likely, is this Pulex? This is Pulex. If you've just started window cleaning, usually you start with the Pulex bucket on the belt. I mean, this is
and most
definitely
people
the one you start with.
Tie that around their leg until they bend down to get a lower window and dump their bucket out on somebody's floor.
Going into, we have the Maker Smart Bag. I don't think we got to show that last time we were here.
No, that's
no.
new.
I think that's
actually
brand new.
Every piece of it I think is new.
Yeah. So every window cleaner uses a pouch. This is the Maker. That's like just the front part, but then you have a whole part that will buckle to your belt. Let's see here. Yeah. So this will go around your belt, and then you have huge pouch for towels. That one that Josh was just showing, you can have these clips that clip right on the front. You can put bottle holders on there, other pouches for steel wool, walnut pads, if you need to have a loop for a sill squeegee, so many different things.
Yeah, it's an entire belt like pouch system. So unlike a lot of the other ones where you get one pouch and that's it, you can kind of tailor this to what you guys want.
This is like a smaller one, so if you don't like so much stuff on your waist, you can do that.
And I'll tell you right now, these are not cheap. They are not the cheapest option, but they're the most versatile.
Yeah.
I think. And they're just made really, really well. Like, they are.
Then you also, though, like, I mean, yeah, you're going to pay anywhere from $150 to $225 for those. If you want a cheaper option, and it's not cheap in quality, but Mormon side kit.
That's still my go-to right there.
Yeah, about $35. Can hold bottles, hold towels, so you always have that available too. Since last time as well, now we have Triumph scrapers, Triumph brand. So I would say one of the coolest things about Triumph is that they're scrapers as far as the replacement ones. So when you get one of these boxes of, let's say, 25 scrapers, you hit off this little tab here, and that's how you get your blades out. You just push them here and they come out the top. But then when you're done with the blade and you put the used one, you just put it right back in here, and that's where the used ones go. It's a small touch, but window cleaners love it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Triumph MK3 angled scraper, so you have an angled version like that. Nice, comfortable plastic grip there, or kind of a rubber grip.
Are you straight or angle person?
I'm straight.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would have thought you were more of an angled scraper user.
Where is this the MK3?
No.
No.
Here.
MK3 should be.
Oh, no, that is the MK3 is.
Did they change
This is
it?
your MK3
Oh.
angled, and then you have an MK3
Yes.
straight.
So I like these because if you use the Unger Ninja holster for your scraper, these will all fit as well. So
I like those because the cap comes on and off really nice. The one problem with the World Enterprise one, it's a very inexpensive, but that cap, you almost need like a pry bar. And this is the other one from Triumph called the Z40. Yeah, Z40, yeah. This is a retractable, so instead of removing the cap, the blade actually drops down so it exposes, so you don't have a cap at all.
this is the scraper holster. So if you've never seen this before, so this will go on your belt, and then you can take off the cap on your scraper so you're not on top of a ladder taking it off. It's just right here like your squeegees. Pop it off. Let's see, will it fit? Snaps it. So
We're selling this one 50%
hold it just
off.
like that. Technically, you want an Unger scraper in here, but
And you
this
don't
will
want
fit.
the cap on there too. It'll make it sit better.
Not going to take it off so they don't damage anything, but pretty cool. Helps with safety. These have been around for almost a decade now.
Really?
Yeah, I remember the day they were released. I couldn't wait to get one.
This is the metal fixie clamp? Holy cow.
It's heavy.
So,
What would you use a fixie clamp for? There's many different brands from Unger, Ettore, Pulex, but
I have used the Unger one. I mean, they're all the same thing because the patent's basically on, and I've done it with towels, but it's just too...
it's too much.
It's like too much. Just wrap it on the tip, you're good.
The Unger brand is plastic, so a lot more lighter weight. It can really go on most poles. It just has this little lock twist thing that locks onto most cone tips.
Yeah. There's so many ways. It's a personal preference too. Some guys love it to have, their towel's always on it. They can pop it on. Some people complain that they can't put a towel on a cone tip either, which I don't quite understand that one, but I guess the longer you do it, the more you get kind of used to doing it. But
you know what kind of took over that tool though is that Maker brand has a Velcro sleeve, and that goes over a T-bar, and you can stick a microfiber to it.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot of point to this now because that is so easily, you can attach and unattach it from a cone tip.
And you can get the handy sleeve in a 6-inch, which is like small enough that it's not in the way. It's not like using a full T-bar.
Yep. This is hard to explain without the handle.
Yeah. Who's using the 1.5s too? Like, there's so many of them, but who's using them?
Right? Every brand has their own 1.5-inch scraper, and you can know what the brand is by the little rubber grip that's on it. Hey, it's helpful.
It's open. Cut myself.
Okay.
What's your favorite scraper?
I've always used Ninja scraper. I've used for years, and this is because of I shouldn't be holding a cup anymore.
I like that part.
So this little button here, you can adjust it to this angle. So like we were showing the Triumph scraper that you'd have to buy one that's angled, one that's not. If you do it at an angle, this is more for pole work, so you get a good angle scraping there. But they're always just been super comfortable, good brand of scraper. I've always liked them.
Yeah.
Once again, out for like a decade. I remember. It's just true to my heart.
So many options. People always are like, well, which one's the best? There is no like best. These are just the things that people like. So you got to find the things that you like. Try things. They're cheap to do.
Is this your favorite handle? It's my favorite handle.
I'm more and more liking it. I was really against it.
So like a combo that we always show on the website, and it's called the Ultimate Combo, is a Ettore brass channel with a Mormon 2.0 squeegee handle. And why everybody loves this handle, and this is a combo I put together like in 2019, is that you can let it swivel by the little lock unlock button here. And then if you push this little button on the side, there's a bunch of different angle changes here. So
I do like
a lot of versatility with this
put
one.
that out there that you invented the.
I invented it. I invented this handle.
Little combo that I invented.
Yes, I just put it together when I got it.
It's so popular now, though. It's absurd.
It is. It's
But
very popular.
The only downside is that if you do that, you
cannot use it the other way.
you can't go back. It doesn't stretch it. What's the right word? It kind of wears it out a little.
So what it does is that this is made for a Mormon liquidator handle, which there's these little teeth, if you see these little grooves in here that hold the rubber. So when you put a brass channel in here, you're not holding the rubber with those teeth. You're basically clamping it down, so it makes this little space bigger. So you won't be able to use this handle any longer with a liquidator channel, Unger S channel, but it's such a good combo that everyone loves it.
Handles are so cheap. Just get a couple.
And if you look at like the little blue flick pads that can go with them, that can go on there too. Who is this guy?
Cool Kid sticker.
This guy.
Sorry.
Nobody knows who this is. He just sends random stickers here, and they usually throw them away. But
facts. It's facts.
I heard he throws them into orders.
Hashtag
I don't know why.
Clip, just saying.
Yeah, they're so small.
I know.
I mean, who's
more people put them
whose
on?
head is this small?
Here's an interesting thing. Back to it too. This is the screen pop. So if you are pulling screens off with a tool, it's like a little plastic crowbar.
Is it pretty strong? Like
Yeah,
if you
it's
threw this on
pretty-
the ground, do you think it would break?
I don't know. Let's do that. Throw it on the ground.
Should I?
I don't know. Then you're taking it with you because we're not selling it.
Should I do it?
You should.
Then just see this.
Let's see. That was the weakest throw ever.
I don't want to do too hard.
Hey, is it going to break? Let me just daintily put it on the ground.
No,
Anyways,
it didn't break.
Screen tools, if you like it. I'm not a huge fan of the screen tools in general because, like, I'm always taking them off from the inside, but there's some really good options now if you do like them.
All right, Josh, what's next?
Oh, we have
step
entire
stools.
side.
If you want a step stool, that's not on the website.
So
you cannot order that.
Here's an interesting thing with all of this. As you can see, this is not all on pallets. These are pick rows. So this is like picked items versus like the build side, the big side. Like we have a fork truck, obviously. So when there's entire pallets of whatever, they're brought down and put in the pick, and then the people could pick. So it's all separated in here. It's really cool. We'll show you a little later kind of the whole magic of everything once it's really busy, but it really put together really well. Like the things you don't think about either when we do stuff like this. I mean, these are scanners that the employees have that are the pick team. Like little things like that. Each station has, you know, the fans and the setups, and I mean, to make it as efficient as possible. As you start seeing things in here, you'll see a lot of pieces of this that are just to make it faster and better, and it's pretty cool.
As you can see as we go through, oh, look at this guy. This guy trekking in with the donut.
Donuts for everybody. Good morning.
Oh, you did? Such a much nice guy.
This is so long on you.
I know. It's an extra large, too.
So what y'all wear now? Jeans, Xero sweatshirt.
If only I had a microphone.
Yeah.
Soon.
Hey, we're gonna do a live in a little bit, probably once, you know, things, if you're down too. I know it's Monday and you got stuff to do, but you know.
You got nothing to do today. You'd be fine.
We should all stream live simultaneously into Pro and just force people to choose one.
There you go.
Now we all have audio of some kind.
I don't want to know the winner of that one. They're all going to be on Steve. It's going to make us feel really bad.
Yeah. It's all right, though. You guys will be fine.
Actually, you know, Alex is pretty famous on the
Alex is pretty famous on the tubes.
Yeah.
This is true. Let's go over to, well, this is a lot of the production stuff. Hose reels. How's it going? Made here. Portable hose reel, HD reel.
When we get hoses, by the way, too, so we have 50 foot, 100 foot, 150, and even 200 foot. 150 is going to reel, but we get them all in the spools, and they actually measure it out. So when you're talking about pieces that are together or need, or, you know, it's all done in-house here, too. So we have a lot of versatility that way, and it adds, obviously, the labor to it, unfortunately. But
Should we go into production?
yeah.
Xero Systems. So, I think everybody knows Xero Systems are all made here in-house, and so here is the production aisle. If you haven't seen this on other videos, we have some Xero Pure systems ready. Also, every system is water tested for any leaks right here. So you'll see when you get a system like a little tag of who it's checked by. That all happens right here. So nice to know it's tested, nice to know it's ready to go. Sometimes if you have a little leak, you might have to tighten housing or something like that, but
Shipping.
that's totally common from shipping.
Here's an
Happens.
interesting fact also that only you and I are gonna know. But right now, we can build 28 systems a day, which isn't enough, but we should be able to build, what, almost 40 systems a day by the end of the year. So that's our goal, so that we're not running out of stock. That's really pretty common to, actually this year we've only been delayed once, I think, this year.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fantastic.
From years ago when we would be, you know, waiting a couple weeks for,
If you order anything that is on our shelves, which we carry $11 million worth of inventory in here, but if anything is on the shelf and you order before 3 o'clock East Coast time, it will ship same day. And that includes systems. So a lot of this you see is already boxed up is because that's gotta be fast, you know, and it's kind of nice to be able to have that capability, especially when you need it fast.
I think last time max powers were just getting going.
Yeah.
So this has been a very popular system as of late. So what is a Xero Pure Max Power is that it is a double RODI system. So it's gonna work with any water quality. And then it also here on the back, below the DI, has a whole entire 110 volt booster pump that can push 100 PSI through it, and it's plumbed so that it goes straight through the RO, so you can get up to 3 gallons per minute with this system.
Yeah.
And then you got a TDS meter here on the front to know what the in is and the out from the ROs, and then you get a handheld TDS meter to check the actual output water from the brush.
Yeah.
But a terrific system, not a cheap system. But I mean, if you're looking to run, if you want to run multiple poles, you run on high commercial buildings, this would definitely be the system for you.
When you're talking multiple poles, a max could run 2, that could run technically up to 6, but I mean 4 comfortably, and
6.
that's a lot of hoses to try to deal with, you know.
Run 6 poles, so many hoses.
If there's a project that you need to have that many people on one machine, just buy another machine. Like, you know.
But an awesome system. Bunch of Xero Pures here being finished up. So this is the most popular system. These are single pole systems. RO in the front, carbon, 10-inch DI. I think last time we were here, maybe the wheels had changed, but we now have these wider wheels. So a little bit better for getting over terrain and grass and
12-year warranty too.
Yep.
Here's something interesting too. Like when you buy a system, you get a little packet with everything. So you got RO Guardian, you got your Magic Lube, which is
lube.
Actually, yeah, pretty good. TDS meters and connection hoses. You get your wrenches, big and small. It's there's a lot of pieces that come to this too. You get all that with the system, which is pretty cool.
But yeah, that's production. Every little station here is putting together certain parts of it so that everything works very efficiently. We even go through and have defective parts that we'll throw out, so you're not getting stuff that's just crap.
The best pictures that we have that come out are from this department when they're doing full builds, and there'll be like 50 to 100 systems all like ready to be boxed. And
if you're getting plus systems, so you Xero Pure Plus, Xero Pure Max Plus, get a red frame with the Xero Pure Plus, a green frame with the Max Plus. Custom colors. Everyone loves colors.
Yeah.
All the hoses that are in between are different colors. Last time we didn't get to show the wall mount.
yeah,
Wall mount was being created at the time, but now is in full production. So what is the wall mount? So this can be mounted in a vehicle, in a van, or on a skid.
or on a wall.
Or on a wall, hey, you know, maybe. Once again though, this is a triple RO system with carbon and DI. So this can run up to multiple poles like we were talking about with the max power. And then something a little bit different though is you have like 20-inch DI, 20-inch carbon, TDS meters on them. But yeah, it's a awesome system, awesome plumbing.
Yeah. It's versatile. Again, what you're doing, what you're building, that's where this is all coming from.
Yeah.
So if you need a specific system for a specific thing, we have something that would fall in line. So really nice to have that capability. It's the other thing, when we have a build line like this, when we want to develop a new system or come up with something or fix a problem, we can do that almost instantly, which is really, really nice. It's nice to have that power to be able to do that.
Yeah. Should we finish up with pole line?
Yeah.
Or do you want to?
Yeah, let's look at the poles right here.
Yeah, I mean, some of the systems over here, well, let's just go through these real quick. So another brand that's made here is Pure Water Power. So Pure Water Power RODI systems too. This is going to be the Little Beast, and then you're going to have Solar Beast. Same systems, just different stickers as far as if you want something more labeled for solar, you can definitely have that. And then a single and a double RO system. So single user, double user, just a little bit different as far as the plumbing goes, but those are made here in-house as well.
Yeah. What's interesting too, a little secret, is that anything with the word solar in there, you can do water fed of any kind on solar, but people are searching for solar more and more. So you're seeing a lot of products that are saying solar in there, and that's for rankings and things more specifically. There are things that may be a little bit better for solar, more water, more rinsing, that kind of thing. But solar versus regular, you can use anything regular on solar too. So
we got the whole Xero lineup here stacked up, but like this is some of the systems we were talking about. Max Power, we got the Max Plus back here with the green frame, so it's just like the Max Power, but you have a 21-inch DI and then no pump on here. Xero Pure Plus, the Xero Triple, that's a lot like the wall mount, but actually on a cart, no pump on there. And then we got some of the DI systems as well that are carts with the double DI and the single DI.
So here's something else, as Steve is talking. So we now have, like I said, about 80 people working here at the offices. But here's the offices. If you come
We're
through,
filming a
you
little
kind of see
video,
all the
but
people
I'll
you'll
come and bother
never
you.
hear about or see behind the scenes, purchasers and social media people. I mean, our content you see everywhere. It takes a full team to kind of do this. So we have a ton of people that do that. We even have a furry employee here who comes in, so you gotta diversify, you know.
Oh, dude, that's sweetie pie. Oh, say, come pet me, please.
There's very strict instructions: do not tap on the glass. Either it disturbs the people. So,
last little part of here, the video to kind of finish out the warehouse tour of 2025 is the pole lineup. So, just like we were talking about Xero trads earlier, we're talking about the new tips. These come in multiple different colors: green, pink, red, neon yellow, Caribbean blue, purple, electric purple, and blue. Is there a special blue color for this?
Yeah, it's just blue.
Is it ocean blue?
Just blue.
Deep ocean blue?
It should be.
But then also all of the colors come in, or all of the poles come in black. So if you get a 16-foot or a 20-foot, that's always going to be black.
And the new
same
pole,
with
the new
8-foot.
color, this is now like a coated. Like it was like a painted, and it kind of got kind of funky looking after a while. But the new ones being coated like that hold up really, really well. So if you got a color in the old style, the newer style is kind of nice.
Top poles here, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is all the Xero solar pole. And so when you see the sections here for 18, 24, and 30, this will all come included if you buy a 30-foot. But what these have is, once again, like the Insa pole, this has fiberglass sections on those, so better for solar to reduce conductivity. Micro Destroyer are going to be a super rigid pole at 30 feet. You got kind of the beginner pole here in the M9. This is going to be a hybrid pole, pretty much max reach being 21 feet. Then everyone's favorite residential pole, which is a Xero Micro. This comes in a variety of colors as well, but for a 9-section 30-foot pole, collapses too.
Just really wanted to hit that horn. I think. Here's a little sneak preview. Also, this is actually the high flow hose connections. This is not out yet, but will be. So if you are using the high flow and you're looking for a way to run this on the outside, the new clips, once they are live and ready, you can have your high flow hose on the pole. Not worry about it. It's pretty nice. If you guys want to watch Alex, we're going to see if he's got skills here or not. At this point, I really hope he has mad skills because he does this so often, but This is the whole process we talked about, is we have to take stuff off the shelves to put down so that they can pick and use it. And it's this process all day, every day. And there's a lot that goes into it, so. That top box looks a little wobbly there. What a gentle touch. I've heard Alex has a gentle touch. I've heard that for years, but this is really coming to fruition here.
So more lineup of poles. Xero holiday pole here. If you're hanging up Christmas lights, 30-foot pole, labeled, kind of cool for that time of year. But you could use it as a water-fed pole as well in the future. Then we have the Xero gutter pole. So we have a whole Xero gutter package that comes with a Poolex vacuum, and you can get these up to 30 feet. That's how it comes standard. Next poles below, these are ultra high modulus, super light, and 25, 35, and 45. The Xero Delight. Xero Destroyer. Below it, it's going to be the most rigid pole. You can go up to 90 feet. And then got the Xero Pro Ultralight. If you want a super light pole, that is going to be the best pole for that. And then the best pole ever created is the steveO T40. I mean, if you're looking for the flagship pole of all time, that is going to be it.
Greatest name ever of any pole.
Yep. And then our most popular is going to be the best priced carbon fiber pole, which is the Pro Basic and 30, 40, 50. It's not going to be your most rigid option like the Destroyer. It's not going to be your most lightest option like the Ultralight, but it's definitely going to be your best price point.
Yeah.
And then to end, we have the Pure Water Power lineup as well, ranging from anything from a trad pole to a hybrid pole at 15 to 26 feet, and then carbon fiber 30 to 50, and then a Kevlar option as well. That's pretty much it from the warehouse. And
She okay?
yeah. We're
Your
almost.
head's off, did you?
No, she's doing great. I think we're almost done. You want to say hi?
Cameraman today. Thank you, Ava.
Yes, thank you. Did a fantastic job.
Well, that was the 2025 tour of the warehouse. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you saw some stuff. If you are watching still, comment down below. Tell us what your favorite thing is, what you want to see more of, and I just appreciate you being here.
Have a great day. Bye. That's my outro.
Your
It's perfect for my channel. Yeah, I know. It's perfect for my channel.
He's allergic.